The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys, presented by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. Now, your hosts, Jesse Holley, Kurt Daniels, and Nate Newton.
Happy Victory Monday! Yes, sir. We are here at the SWBC studios. That's a live look right there at the Tostitos Championship Plaza outside in front of the Ford Center. It may be raining outside, but it is sunshine and roses up in here today. Cowboys get a big victory, 24-6 over the Detroit Lions at home yesterday. The return of Dak Prescott and all of its glory and some of it not so glorious. But the Cowboys are victorious. They move to 5-2 on the season. They get ready to take on the Bears next week. They're still third in the NFC East, but that's okay. You still got to go play the Giants again in Philadelphia again. But we're going to get into this thing. This segment is brought to you by Wingstop, where flavor gets its wings. We are without, just because you see a white man sitting here, that is not Kurt Daniels. Kurt is out, not feeling well. I won't make anything up today. You know that he got his erectile dysfunction surgery a couple weeks ago. He felt like it was a rainy day. He might as well stay home and put that thing to use. So Kurt's not with us today. He should be back with us tomorrow or Wednesday.
My God.
No? You don't think so? He didn't want to put it to use?
I talked to him, man.
You talked to him?
Yeah.
Was it in between? It was in between?
Oh, I ain't getting into that one. But I talked to him. He said, whatever you decide to make up on it, he with it.
So we'll see Kurt back here tomorrow. But he is Nate Newton. I am Jesse Holley. Together we are hanging with the boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us when we speak.
That's right.
Nate,
That's right.
People
feel the Cowboys when they speak.
People feel the Cowboys when they speak.
Yes,
when they're
sir.
on the field.
Yes, sir.
Dak Prescott came back yesterday. Victorious.
And I want to know your opinion.
No, this is not how this works.
I want to know your opinion.
The way this works
I want to know your opinion.
The way this works is,
okay,
I introduce the show.
Okay.
I go through the whole sports equivalent that
yeah.
Feel us when they speak.
That's right.
And then I open up the floor to you.
Okay.
When I open up the floor to you, then you speak.
Okay.
And then I rebuttal off what you speak before I move to the next topic.
Okay.
Can I produce on the fly real quick?
Yeah,
Yes, you
sure.
can.
Can you please tell the fans who is sitting in the
No,
chair?
no.
Because it's so awkward.
It's awkward.
That's right. We
very
love that.
awkward.
We love that.
like the
We love that.
awkwardness.
We love that.
Love the
We love
awkwardness
that.
of
Well, just tell them where they from.
They
Just
from
tell
Jersey.
That's Jesse
Of course they're from
homeboy.
Jersey.
They from
Thank
Jersey.
you. Thank you, audio. Thank you, audio.
Thank you, audio.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, audio.
We're going to let y'all know these brothers are from Jersey. They hardcore.
Okay.
They did not kill any mobsters to get here.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's all we're going to let you know. Hey,
Okay.
let me say this right here.
Thank you.
Let me say this right here. I love this. You said
Oh, here we go.
on the last show,
I did.
our quarterback may just get in there and say, I'm going to show these.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you.
No, I didn't. Go ahead.
I wish you did not say,
Finish your statement.
you did not say the quarterback might just say, I'm going to show these SOBs who I am. He did that twice in the first half. And our head coach quickly said, hey, Keller, put a rein on your guy. Let's get back to running this ball in the second half and playing to the strength of our defense. Yes, but you know what? Dak in his post-conference,
Post-game presser.
he said, I tried some things and I was just feeling good. And I think Dak, as the season go on, he would get his throws. Mm-hmm. You know, you knew he would be rusty. I knew he would be rusty. But towards the second half of that game, he started making some things happen. His offensive line did not welcome him back in the most glorious way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They was like, hey, if we get him sacked, we're going to run the ball. So let's get him hit a couple of times. So, but I like what they did. They won the game. It was a good team win. Mm-hmm. And then Hendershot got his deal done. And Jesse, I'm going to say it again. That little dude in that number 9, that new number 9, he may be that guy. He may be that guy. So I'm through, man. I'm happy.
And we're going to talk about all that. But, of course, we're going to start with the Dak Prescott situation, right? Dak Prescott back at the helm after missing 5 weeks with the hand injury. And you saw it early on in the game. You saw him come out, and he explained it with I think Noah.
He was more elegant than you.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I think Noah Brown didn't help out his quarterback a lot in that situation. Even the first – Noah Brown didn't have a good game.
No, he probably wasn't one of his best, no.
But even on the first play, and Dak explained, he said, we were coming out for a boot. Now, normally the progression is boot, tight end, second level is Noah Brown, third level is me running it. And he said, tight end got lost in the sauce somewhere, fell, or got caught up in the wash. He said, I thought about running it, then all of a sudden Noah flashed, and I threw it because he flashed. And it was a little bit high, but we've seen Noah Brown make that catch. And
for his boy.
For his
boy, cool. Yeah, you ain't cool.
You ain't. Hey, it may be that sometime, but I knew that there was going to be a level of excitement for Dak. Right, he was the first one there. Reports he was the first one at the stadium. There at 8:00 in the morning. Now, normally guys don't get there. You have to be there 2 hours before game time.
Right.
He was there 4 hours before game time, and so he was excited and ready to go. And then he had a couple of YOLO throws. He had a couple of those throws that I knew that he would be like, let me see if I can really sling that thing up in there. And again, he was afforded the opportunity not to have the balls intercepted. They dropped them. One should have been a surefire interception, but that's the way the game goes. And we talked about this all last week. There was going to have to be a level of adjustment. The line was going to have to realize this isn't Cooper Rush back here. So the ball is not coming out as fast. Cooper Rush is not as agile. So being able, Dak's going to hold on to it maybe a second or two longer, which that offensive line in the last 5 or 6 weeks just wasn't used to. Receivers, same thing. I don't care if you throw 60 passes on the practice field, 80 passes on the practice field. When you're away from the game for that long, the speed of the game changes. And you saw some of his throws be behind receivers. That's just because the timing is off. You can't replicate game speed in practice. You can do all that you can to get the reps in, but until you get the rhythm of how the game is going to go, the speed of the game is going to go, you're going to be a tad bit behind. And you saw that in some of the throws yesterday for Dak Prescott. But overall for Dak Prescott, I'm comfortable in saying his first game back, and I don't think this is a knock. I think his game was like a C+. I think when you look at, and if you said a B or B-, I would go, you know what? Cool. I wouldn't sit here and have this debate with you about B- to a C+.
Right.
I think that's where he was in there. The good thing is that Kellen Moore and company, they kind of reined it back in and said, hey, we're going to just try to run this football a little bit more. And it worked. It worked for the Cowboys. But if we really want to look at this, if we're being honest, this isn't a formula that I personally think can win you playoff games. And maybe I'm jumping the gun, but I've said on this show a ton of times, I don't care about regular season anymore. This team is going to win 10, 11, 12 games, and that's fine with me. They do it almost every other year. It's the things that I want to see in the playoffs. That's what I want to see. I want to see a team formulate in the playoffs, but first game back, not a bad start.
You have to get through the preseason, the regular season, and then the playoffs will begin.
Right. I know. That's the order of operation.
This is a formula that can win and take you into the second and possibly the third rounds. All I'm just saying is ask the 49ers. Did they not have a great defense? Did they not play bully football? Did they not try to get rid of their quarterback after this last year? Yes, they did.
I don't know if they tried to get rid of their quarterback. I think they tried to. They drafted a guy pretty high in the first round. They kind of wanted to see him get a little bit of spin.
Yeah, and this guy didn't want to leave. That's the only problem.
No, he wanted to leave.
Garoppolo didn't want to leave.
He had the shoulder surgery in the offseason.
We know there's so many ways to get out of a team if you want to get out of a team. But I'm just saying, my friend, this here can take you, and I'm telling you, Dak, around 30, 35 passes a game, be as efficient as he was his first 3 or 4
That's
years.
too many passes. If this
30, 35
If
we
the
can do.
formula that you're trying to talk about, 35 passes, that's
Right,
a
we
lot
run
of
the ball
passes.
25 times? No, sir. This is perfect. See, this is the problem you have, Jesse.
Oh, here we go.
You think you gotta not for Dak, but for most, you think you just gotta throw this thing. You gotta sling this thing. No. You have to run it just enough to keep your team settled and to be able, if you think you got a great defense, you got to always protect them. If you know your defense ain't worth it, like you want to call them BJs or whatever, BGs or whatever, Buddha, you know what I'm saying, all that crazy stuff, then you just throw that thing and you make it and you score however you score. But we got a formula here that's working pretty good, and I don't know how well it will work past the second round, but I know it will get you into the second round.
Here's my only argument with that is when you have a quarterback that you pay that amount of money to.
Don't let the money get in the way. Don't let the money blind you. Don't let the money make you think somebody's more than who they are. Dak, and that's why I keep telling you, Dak is elite.
But you told me he's not elite. He's not.
One day I'm going to break it down to you, my definition of elite.
Well, today's a great day for that.
Do we have time? How much time do we have? How much time do we have left?
3 minutes left in this segment.
Okay,
and we
that's
got
enough time.
That's
enough time.
So we are all.
Whenever you're ready to hear what I think elite is,
go.
I don't think elite is just arm talent. It is part of the situation. Elite is when a quarterback has the ability and the arm and the brain to see how the game is being played. Depending on who you play, what's the situation down and distance, you can adjust your mental that can go into your physical and transfers to the field. If you can do that right, that's what makes you elite. Every guy that's won a Super Bowl and had the best arm, every guy that won a Super Bowl won the most talented. Tom Brady, they laughed at him when he went into this combine. They laughed at him, but 25 Super Bowls later, they calling him the GOAT. This kid, Peyton Manning, he did it with his arm. He did it with a running game in Denver. Elway never did it with his arm, but he did it with a running game in Denver. That's how it works. That's how elite ain't always arm talent. Guess who we calling elite? 2 years ago, we didn't call this guy elite. Remember the quarterback for the Buffalo Bills? All he could do was just run, and he had a sporadic, erratic throwing arm. The kid from Wyoming. Now all of a sudden, he's elite. For the next 10 years, it's going to be him and Mahomes battling for the best quarterback. Hey, elite is guys that win. Elite is guys that can assess what is going around them.
That win where?
Went well.
What part of the season do these elite guys win in?
That's what I'm saying. If Dak want to be elite and continue to stay elite.
You said not if he wants to be elite. You said he is
has
elite.
The guy from the Bills won a Super Bowl?
No, but he's been winning in the playoffs a lot.
Dak has been in the playoffs. Did he never win in the playoffs? Dak has never won in the playoffs?
I think once.
Okay, he's won. Thank you.
One game makes you elite in the playoffs?
Oh, that's what the new NFL says. That's what you keep telling me, the new NFL. In the new NFL, they throw. Yeah, okay, everybody throw. I throw. You throw.
No, I don't throw.
You do throw.
I don't.
He's just different. You throw.
You throw that thing in a circle.
No, stop.
I don't.
Stop. Don't go there.
I don't do
it. Stop. Wait. I just told you what elite was from my perspective.
Okay. And I can't tell you that you're wrong because that's your opinion and that's your perspective.
Right.
I don't think your opinion and your perspective
is right.
But I can't tell you that you're wrong.
Do you have enough time telling me what your elite is, how far you go in the playoffs?
Yeah, that's where elite players become elite players.
Right.
They become elite players in the playoffs. This is why you put guys like Aaron Rodgers, where you put guys like Tom Brady, like Patrick Mahomes, now like Josh Allen. That's why you put those guys in that special category because of what they do in January and February.
So he just got to eat and not to elite. Okay, he just got to eat.
That's fine.
He got the money.
He can, yeah, and that's the thing.
So he got to eat, but he not to elite.
And that puts him in we have this conversation all the time. It's not a knock on him. Like, to be in that elite category, it ain't a bunch of cats in that category.
No, it ain't.
It's a very, very, very small category.
But he can't.
He's in the next.
elite.
He's in the next category. He's in the tier underneath that. That's bunched in with a bunch of guys. Now, where he's at in that tier, that give or take throughout, depending on what time of the year it is. If it's the first 6 games of last season, guess what? If this is the elite tier and this is that second level tier, then he's on the top of that second level tier. If it's the second half of the season last year, guess what? He's on the lower end of that second level tier. So, but it's all going to be dependent upon, and you know this, as much as you may not want to admit it, it matters in January and February. I don't care what sport it is. October for baseball. It's going to be January for football. It's going to be March and April for NCAA teams. It's going to be June for NBA teams. When you want to become elite, all of those seasons come down to what do you do in the playoffs. And ultimately, can it yield to your team going to the championship? We'll take a break. Unless you're Charles Barkley, but yeah, well, I mean, but Charles Barkley got to a finals.
I'm just throwing stuff out there.
Yeah, so we'll come back. Second segment, we'll continue to break this thing down. Yes, it's only the second segment. We'll continue to break these things.
Oh, that's right. Kurt in here. I got a chance to talk.
We'll just go to break on that level. Hang with the boys. We'll be right back.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, Blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a diehard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hangin' with the Boys on this Cowboys Victory Monday, right here at the Star SWBC studio. This segment is brought to you by blockchain.com. On Monday, that's today. This is I read the read. I read the read as it's supposed to be read. I read the read into a place it's not supposed to be read. Like, it says Monday, I'm not supposed to say Monday. So anybody that's listening, kids, if you're listening, when you have a read and it says Monday, you don't actually read Monday. But I did it, so it's all good. Sounds of the Star. It ends on October 26th. Live music fans, head to the Star in Frisco on Wednesday, October 26th for a brand new monthly concert series, Sounds of the Star, featuring the spectacular Southern soul band Prophets and Outlaws. The concert kicks off at 7 p.m. It is free, and open to the public. For more information, visit thestarinfrisco.com. So, back to the game. We're past the Dak Prescott portion of the game, and I do want to do a quick kind of injury update. Lost in the game yesterday is Jay Lou. Mm-hmm. He'll be done for the rest of the season. He had surgery last night on a Liz Frank injury in his foot. Cowboys also lost backup guard center Forniak with the hamstring injury. He'll be out for a couple of weeks. But on the other hand, there were a lot. This is an opportunity for a lot of young guys. And this team has done a great job with developing their young guys. We didn't know what Tyler Smith was going to be. He came in as a guard, had to get moved to the tackle position because Tyler Smith got injured, and he's fared pretty well. He's had his up and downs, but overall, he has not been a just complete turnstile. He is bowled up. He has played well in this season, and rookies are going to have those rookie mistakes. Another one, the Hendershot and Ferguson, those two young tight ends. You know what's funny? It's always interesting when you have a veteran guy and these young boys start playing a little bit better behind you, and that knee, that knee hurt. So you look over there and these young boys having success. You go, I think I feel a little bit better. I think my knee's getting a little bit. He went down yesterday. Had these young boys not been playing, he sits on. He probably, I don't know. He probably sits on the sideline for a little bit longer. Maybe miss a game or two.
He'll play for that.
But no. When Dak's back, he's I'm going to get this money because these young boys have kind of got a little bit of lead on me. But Deron Bland will probably get the start for Jay Lou playing that slot corner, and a lot of excitement for Deron Bland. He's had a good preseason, had a great training camp. It's tough to find your way in the rotation sometimes when the season gets here, but we all heard it before. Next man up. And this is your opportunity to Deron Bland to show the world exactly who you are. And sometimes if you play good enough, some guys don't get the job back.
Wow.
That's just the way it is.
It is, man.
Especially in contract years. You want to be able to be out there and do what you got to do. And if you play better than the guy in front of you, why pay him? We can pay you or play you. So, but a couple stars up on this defense. Sam Williams. He played limited snaps yesterday, but in the snaps that he did play, he was a monster. And the thing that I like about Sam Williams, and I think Dan Quinn is doing a great job with it, he's kind of giving him that, he's baby feeding him. He's saying, I'm not going to give you a bunch of reps. I'm not going to ask you to go out there and do a bunch of stuff. But when I insert you into the game, be impactful. When I give you those opportunities, be a plus to us. And the thing that Sam Williams, I think that he brings that is necessary, he brings a level of nastiness. And I think that's going to be vital and so critically important for this team going forward. Because if you're going to play defense and you're going to be called upon defensively to be that good, you got to be nasty. Especially those guys up front. And Sam Williams is one of those guys where I don't know who said it, but they said he plays to the echo of the whistle. It's the whistle has blown, but he ain't stopping when the whistle blows. It's the echo of the whistle that he'll stop. And you saw that yesterday on display where he grabbed the running back and went full WWE and slammed him. I remember sitting there watching the game. I was like, no, that's a 15-yard penalty. I'm like, that's a 15-yard penalty. They didn't call it.
Right.
And subsequently enough, the next play that they get a turnover. But that could have been a game-changing game. But Sam Williams, another guy who stepped up and played well for this team defensively. We can say 100 different times in 100 different ways about how good Micah Parsons is.
This is. I call it the Micah Parsons effect, Jess. Micah Parsons effect, Armstrong, Dorrance Armstrong, Fowler, all of these guys come into effect, Donovan Wilson, because now they got single blocking, or you don't even block them. They just running free. All of these guys, that's the effect of Micah Parsons, of them taking advantage, not only from Micah Parsons, but some of these guys that got sacks coming free where the guys was just confused. When you got that much speed running around and that willingness to get to one spot, that can be confusing if you can't slow the game down. And when they got behind, when they felt they got behind the Detroit Lions, they got to feel that fury. They got to feel it, man. So, wow.
So let me ask you this question. How do you feel like the sacks are there, the pressures are there, the turnovers are starting to happen a little bit more, But where are you at on this team's ability to stop the run? I think that's going to be huge going down the stretch. Where are you at on that? And is there something that they can do to improve that? I think that's the one area of that defense that worries me some.
I tell people that's right here. As the season go on and they get better, a lot of this will be on our offense. If you can tell me where our offense will be in 4 or 5 weeks, I can give you a definite answer. If you say
let's say for talking point's sake, they're right where they're at. Right here,
go get you a run stopper. Right now. Go get you a run. Go get you a guy that can literally take over the game in the middle.
But we've been saying that for a couple years now.
I didn't say draft one. I've been saying draft one. I'm like, look at this guy. Man, he stopped runs. Get him. Do something to get him. Because we going to need more than 18 points a game to win in the playoffs. You know this and I know this. And if you can run at will, especially in the middle, outside, and everywhere you want, but the passing game is going to be tremendous. Mm-hmm. So you take away our superpowers on the back end when we can't stop the run as this season progresses. So go get him now. But if you're telling me my offense is going to score 27 points, 24, 27 points, and more importantly, score first or keep you even, oh, yeah, you ain't got to worry about it. We're going to get after some folks. Yes, sir, Jesse.
Is there any particular guy that you look at across the league that may be available?
I don't know. I've been concentrating on Dallas, and I look at guys now. We've played 2 or 3 guys in our own division, yes, sir. Mm-hmm. But outside our division, I couldn't tell you. But inside, they got one in Philadelphia. He on a 1-year contract, and I wish we can trade for him. His name Fletcher Cox. Okay, we got another named Aaron Donald. You might have to give up the world and wreck your money for the future. Aaron Donald, yes, sir. And you got 2 Bama boys with the Commanders. Get one of them and say, hey, this is what we want you for.
That's an interesting take because if that Washington team begins to flounder and if that's a bad organization, so bad. It is. It's so bad. And they had a great win this weekend against the Packers. But if they end up firing Ron Rivera and they kind of go through a fire sale, that's not a bad place to look to snatch some guys from that defensive front. They got enough of them to add to the mix.
7 of them that could play right now on somebody else's team and be a factor. 7 of them.
I went back and as I was kind of replaying the game last night, and I tweeted this. I said the 3 biggest plays that happened in the game, and most of them came from the defense. Because matter of fact, all of them came from the defense. One really came special teams. That was an honorable mention for me. But coming out of the half, the Cowboys went into the half down 6-3. Mm-hmm. You're down to the Lions, who had the worst defense in the league. You're down 6-3. And I said, coming out of the half, the stadium was dull. They were booing. There was no energy. The team came out flat, which was concerning to me that you had a home game and you came out flat. Your quarterback was back. You thought the energy would be more there. And I said the Cowboys defensively, if this is going to be what Micah Parsons said it was going to be our show. He told Dak, hey, welcome back, but this is just still ours. This is our show. Then the defense need to go ahead and make a huge play. And then they had the moment where I don't know why they keep throwing go balls towards Stephon Diggs, to Trayvon Diggs, but they did anyway. He comes up with a huge interception, and I think that was one of the momentum changers of that game. They get that interception, they come down to score, and now it seems like things are going in their manner. And then there's this one play that only Micah Parsons can make. I think he's probably the only one that can make this play, at least on this team. Maybe not in the league, but probably in the league too. And they go and they set it up beautifully. Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator for the Lions, he kind of semi-rolls out Goff, and Goff throws back to a tight end screen, and it is set up beautifully. 2 blockers out front, receivers down the field blocking, tight end gets the ball, and he is headed to the end zone for a touchdown. And that would have changed the absolute dynamic of this football game. But who rushed up the field? Micah Parsons put his foot in the ground and was on a dead sprint. And I feel for my man's name's Wright. I feel for him. I know what it feels like to be run down from behind when you think you got a little bit of glory in front of you. I feel you, brother. I'm sorry. It happens. It happens to the best of us. I know the pain that you're feeling. And he's inching closer and closer and closer to the goal line, but the Lion is hunting. And he runs him down and he tackles him inches before he goes into the end zone. And then to me, the next play, which was my number one play of the game, because when you go back and you watch it, we get on Tank a lot of times because he doesn't have the sack numbers that we would like for a guy who's making that kind of money to have. But if you go back and watch that play, it is teach tape material. And this is why you're always taught, or you hear coaches saying, defend every down. Don't just give up because they're on the 1-inch line. Defend every down, defend every blade of grass, play hard every play you're going to be out there because you never know when the opportunity is going to present itself. And most people would have said, this is a touchdown. I said it. I'm like, oh, Troy's about to score. The thing's about to change. Tank beats the guard. The guard thought he was going to come down, had his head down. He swooped back, beats the guard, takes on the pulling guard, and the tight end who was a fullback takes him on, and somehow, I don't know how he did it, but he gets his hand in there and he punches the ball out from the running back. Anthony Barr recovers it on the 1-yard line, and the Lions do not go in to score. Those were like three of the biggest plays that happened in this football game defensively, and that to me was the
backbreaker.
That was the backbreaker, but it was also the springboard because offense wasn't really doing much. It was those type of plays that got this team back in it, and then they were able to go on, and that's when the game got out of hand. And so, huge shout out to those guys, and Micah is he's just an alien. But those are when you talk about playmakers on defense, those are the three guys who always have to show up for you. Tank up front, Micah wherever the hell you play him, and then on the back end it has to be Trayvon Diggs. And they showed up in a major way in those three separate plays to help this team get a victory.
I agree with you 100%. Wow, that was great. Jesse, you put that together. Hats off to you if I had one on, my brother. Oh, hold on.
And then Micah took to Twitter.
Hats off to you, baby.
And then Micah took to Twitter, and what did he say, Chris?
He said, I wonder if Madden will give me a speed upgrade. I heard it was 21 miles an hour. Okay, and then one Chad Johnson, who is a Madden grader, says, beat me in Madden, I'll change your speed to 95.
Wow.
You know what's interesting? And
those two on Twitter are hilarious.
They are hilarious. But you know what's very interesting and funny to me, and then we'll go to break, is Micah, as good as he is, he's very rabbit ear-ish. He's very rabbit ear. He hears everything.
Oh, he's sensitive to the Madden ratings, bro.
But he's always on Twitter. And it's funny because I say this thing so many times in this show. You either die the hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And as long as Micah Parsons is a beast on the football field, no one's gonna say a darn thing about all the Madden and Twitch and this and that and all that kind of stuff that he does on Twitter and Instagram and all that kind of stuff. But the minute things go wrong, and the minute things don't look up for Micah, they're gonna be like, get off Twitter, get off Madden. All you want to do is worry about your ratings. You should actually be in there watching film. So as long as he
did Jalen.
Like they did Jalen. As long as he now I don't even want to put him and Jalen in the same category.
No, but I'm saying that's the fury that kid had to take, man, for just being a social member of that thing, man, of that world. Man.
All right, so we'll take our final break. We'll actually let the people that you see sitting here with us actually speak.
Yes.
I told you we are the people show. That's what we do. This is we don't have fans, we have family.
That's right.
As the people show, hanging with the boys. So we'll come back with our third segment. We'll continue to recap the game, the victory yesterday from the Cowboys, beating the Detroit Lions 24-6. And you'll hear the mysterious people talk and what they have to say. Right. Stay right here with us on Hanging with the Boys. We'll be right back.
I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. Blockchain.com is one of the most trusted ways to buy, sell, and trade crypto. Whether you're always on the go or stay closer to home, Blockchain.com is just a few taps away. Put the power of crypto in your pocket, so no matter where you are, you can trade on your terms and build a crypto portfolio to fit your life. For crypto pros, rookies, and anyone in between, blockchain.com makes it easy to own a piece of the future. Blockchain.com, trusted by millions, trusted by America's team.
SeatGeek has your back no matter what kind of fan you are. So whether you're a die-hard fan or a don't really care fan, a we got 'em next time fan or we'll never win again fan, a here for the tailgate fan or a first one through the gates fan, SeatGeek not only makes buying and selling tickets easier than ever before, they made just about everything else easier too. So whether you're a here every week fan or haven't been here in years fan, SeatGeek has you covered. Download the SeatGeek app today. SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey, Cowboys fans, ready to spice up your next watch party? Bring Yo Quiero guacamole and be the game day hero. Yo Quiero means I want, and we know you want great, fresh-tasting, ready-to-serve guacamole for your home gating and tailgating events. Made with real avocados and the perfect blend of spices, it will be the star of any party. You can find us at your local Albertsons or Tom Thumb in the deli section. If you can't find it, talk to your store manager and tell them, Yo Quiero guacamole.
Back to Hangin' with the Boys.
Welcome back to Hanging with the Boys on this Victory Monday. It's raining outside, but it is sunshiny and bright and airy and glittery and lit inside the Star as the Cowboys defeat the Detroit Lions 24-6 in a win yesterday at AT&T Stadium that moves the Cowboys to 5-2 on the season, still sitting in third place in the NFC East. If the playoffs ended today, they would be a 6th seed, and they would take on the Seattle Seahawks.
Don't start that, Jess. Don't start that, man.
Just giving you what the. Just give you if it ended today. If it ended today, that's what it would be. It would be in the playoffs.
We would be number one, man. If it ended today.
If it ended today, you would be number 3.
We'd be number one.
No, you wouldn't.
We'd be number one, man.
In your heart, yes.
Yeah, we'd be number one.
But in the standings, you would be number 3.
Number one. See, because the playoffs don't start today, so what you saying and what I'm saying don't make a bit of sense.
No, I'm just giving you.
I don't want that information, man, because we're in third place in the East. Wow, who would have think that we were supposed to be no worse than second?
Yeah, but
we're in third place.
You spent 4 games with your backup quarterback. So being in third and I mean, it's not like you in third place. Like it's not like you in third place like in the NFC South. You know what?
You can do all that you want, but I want to know who these guys are. You can talk that all you want, man. What's y'all name, man?
No, we ain't get
I ain't finna go, man. What's your name, man? What's your name, bro?
Hold
what's
on.
your name? You better hurry up, there. You better hurry up, Mr. Leader.
All right, you got it. Go ahead.
Yeah, no.
Let's work on your.
No, we're in third place.
No, let's work on your. Let's work on your intro skills.
That's third place.
You don't want to get better today.
If it ended today, we'd be at 6.
You don't want to get better today.
Better. I'm better.
Let's get better. Let's get 1% better today.
I am good at who I am, and I'm the best at me.
So I'm the best at me.
Okay, well,
let's evolve. Let's see. Let's
evolve. What?
Let's Nate. You bring in our guests.
Evolve from what? See, you're wasting valuable time. We got to.
By the time you bring him in, the show's gonna be over.
Jesse. Come on, you're not gonna win. Come on.
All right, like we always tell you guys, man, we are the people show. We don't have fans, we have family, and we got some family in town, man.
Family.
One of our loyal listeners.
Yes.
And from my home state, the Garden State.
Yeah, water ain't clean,
from
but
Jersey. And then we got TJ. TJ, are you from Jersey?
I am.
Oh, TJ's from Jersey, but you're down here in Texas now with me.
Yes, sir.
All right, so
Yeah.
TJ's like me. We migrated. We got to get G down here. Man.
Waiting on you. Waiting on you.
Yeah,
dog.
but we'll let G in. We'll let G in, man. And G came bearing gifts.
Yeah, he did,
G
man.
came bearing gifts. So I want to just. Where my shirt at? Can you get me my shirt over there,
Here we
TJ?
go right here, G.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see that one. Yeah. So G came bearing some gifts. And, we're all about the great causes, right? So we're all about the great causes, and G came bearing gifts for us, man. And we're going to talk a little bit about what this means. And we got the hats and all that kind of good stuff. So G, introduce yourself, man.
And give him a stuff back, Jess. You got to.
I got my own.
Yeah, I don't know what you brought up.
And G, you that'll come up missing.
Fever, yeah.
And G, tell us a little bit about that, and then we'll talk some Cowboy football.
Correct. Well, the shirts and the hats, they read the word cancer with a red line through it. And I lost my mom in April to stage 4 metastatic cancer. And in the year 2000, I lost my sister at the age of 26 to cancer as well. Wow. So we brainstorm a lot and we think a lot about stuff that affects our family, but I think that cancer affects everybody because not one person that we know doesn't know somebody that either passed away from cancer, has cancer, or has defeated cancer. We're from Jersey and we got a little bit of swag, so we were thinking of different ways to get the message out. And the message that I want to get out is, and Jesse, you've hit on it a bunch of times throughout this year, is go get yourself checked out, right? There's nothing wrong with going to the doctor.
I went today, yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Me, for one, I'm somebody that I hadn't visited a doctor in years. And my wife, God bless her, Evelyn, babe, I'm giving you a shout out right now because I can't go home without that.
Absolutely.
Man. So she always, man, for the last 10 years, you got to go see the doctor. You got to go see the doctor. And until mom passed, I hadn't gone and visited the doctor just because it's not something that we do. I'm healthy. I wake up and breathe every day. But going into the cancer treatment facilities, it really showed me a different aspect of why we need to go get checked out.
Thank you.
And in the place that the hospital that took care of mom, 100% of the proceeds of every shirt and hat that I sell, 100%, I'm fronting everything. I'm paying for the hats and I'm paying for the shirts myself. But 100% of everything that I make is going to the hospital because there were certain treatments that the insurance wouldn't cover for my mom, but that hospital would not let her leave without taking care of her. So I'm doing it back home. I've gotten 100% support from everybody, so many orders in, and it's just been love. But, again, the shirt reads cancer with a red line through it, and the message is let's cancel cancer, man. We're so worried about canceling everything else that we're not worried about what's affecting everybody's homes, right? And it's illnesses, it's cancer in particular, man.
How do they reach you? How do they...
Well, I'm on Twitter. I'm always, chatting with everybody here and hanging with the boys. I'm G from Jersey on Twitter. So if you want to look me up on Twitter, I'm G from Jersey on Twitter. So you guys can reach me there.
You got an Instagram, anything like that?
On Instagram as well. I got my street name on Instagram is Formula_G. So the word Formula_ with the letter G on Instagram.
Nice, man. And so you guys, huge fan of our show, huge fan of the Cowboys. So TJ, I'll start with you.
Sure.
What was your take from yesterday's game, the return of Dak Prescott? What do you feel
of the Mac
about the Cowboys and how they looked with their quarterback coming back?
Like you said earlier, they looked very flat in the beginning. Second half, they turned it on with the turnovers and all of that other stuff. 2 big defensive plays from Micah, the goal line stop, and then follow that by the DeMarcus Lawrence fumble. The Trayvon Diggs interception, those key moments really turned around because they could have lost that game easily.
Yeah. No, it was a back and forth game for a while. G, what excited you about the game? Give me 2 things. What excited you about the game that you took from the game, and what's one thing that you're like, man, we gotta fix that, or that's gonna be something that's gonna bite us in the butt later on?
It's watching the Lion, right? Because you had a pride come in. The Lions, they're the pride, right? We heard the fans before the game, pride. But then watching the Lion insert his supremacy on that field, and you see how the rest of that defense feeds off of him, right? You have guys that have been a part of this organization for 4 or 5 years that they were just players out there. But now you see him over the last 2 years, those guys are stepping it up. They're like, we got to match Micah Parsons' level on the field, right? Because Micah's not somebody that he just talks about it. Micah gets it done on the field. And there's elite, but then you have game-changing players. Micah Parsons is a game-changer, right? And something that I would like to see them adjust is slow starts, man, right? What took us so long offensively, right? The running game is effective in the first half, but then you go away from it on 3rd and 1 and you want to try to attempt to pass. Like Uncle Nate always says, man, Give the ball to Zeke and give the ball to them backs, and let's go behind number 70 and let's get that 1 yard, right?
That's right.
Because if we don't get it on third down, guess what? We're gonna try again. So let's do it, But that's just something, Jesse.
And to your point, the numbers behind that coming into that game, Zeke was 100% on third down conversion rate in third and 1 yard or less. And in that game yesterday, they were 0 of 3 of 4 on third down and 1 or less in that game against the Detroit Lions. And partially, a big portion of it is they didn't go behind number 70. They were trying to get the ball to the outside and trying to do flea flickers and all that kind of stuff.
And knocked us out.
Yeah, and so, but yeah, man, thank you guys, man, for being on the show. G, thank you. TJ, thank you, man. Huge Cowboys fans.
Thanks for having us.
Yo, man, these the Jersey boys up in here. Respect that, man.
Respect that.
Right. Respect that.
Before we jump
Jersey. Now, y'all can jump on me. You can beat me up. I'll still survive. Fat man will survive. Now, I'll recover. Just give me a honey bun. I'll be all right.
There's so much love for you out. You don't understand, how much love for you there is out here. And G was saying this before we came in. He's like, man, you're the uncle that everyone loves at the cookout.
Because I'm not going to change. I'm not going to change about my opinion.
Yeah.
Do we have?
The more I drink, the more I become a cowboy.
I want to add something to Uncle Nate, right?
Sure.
So the reason I'm a Cowboy fan is because of my sister. She was a big Miami Hurricane fan.
Oh, I am too.
Right? But she followed. She was a Michael Irvin fan, right?
Right.
So then Michael gets drafted by the boys, so she naturally becomes a Cowboy fan, right? So that's how I became a Cowboy fan. 7 years old, she's like, this is our team, right?
Right.
So I started playing Pee Wee football, and I was a big fan of Jay Novacek.
Yeah.
I just love Novacek's style, right? He's tough, right? So I go to my first practice, and the coach asked me, he goes, well, what position? I said, I want to play tight end because I want to be Jay Novacek. He looked at me. I was 4'6", right? About 130 pounds at that age, right? He goes, you built like Nate Newton, so that's you gonna play up front, man. So that's I'm telling you, man. It's you Nate, like I made a shirt and I think I showed you. Yeah. It has the huddle on it, and Uncle Nate is he's front and center, man. And we love you out there, man. Thank you for everything you did, and this line. They starting to get that attitude that you guys had, man.
Man, that's awesome, brother, man. So we thank you guys for coming in. Thank you for the calls, G. Hit G up, man, and get those shirts, man.
TJ, you were part of this cause?
I help out a little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I got Instagram, 21 Dales, same as Twitter.
Okay.
There you go. Hit them up. Get these shirts, man. 100% of the proceed goes to the hospital where G's mom was at. So we want to make sure that we can help out wherever we can, man. Thank you guys. Your family to me. My Jersey boys are here. Thank you all for always listening to us, man. We appreciate you. We'll be back tomorrow. Same place. What?
No, I can't laugh.
I got to close the show, bro.
Close the show.
Nate, TJ, G. Chris Beam in the back, Audio Jazz. Thank you so much.
Will.
Bro, Willie, thank you so much for putting us up, man. We appreciate you guys. We love you. Cowboys victory Monday. Enjoy it. If there's somebody in your
office. We got another treat for you.
If somebody
them sorry bears coming,
Cowboy
baby.
fan, man, go smack them in the head and let them know it's Cowboy victory Monday, man. It's Hanging with the Boys. We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!